All right. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Happy weekend. Sorry for the little technical difficulty right here. I hope you guys are having a good day, good morning, good afternoon. I am really, really sleepy. Look, looking forward to the weekend, really. How are you guys? Hello, Chris. How do you pronounce your name? CH Krish? Krish Clouds? You're so early. Oh my gosh. I was still fixing this thing as we're just learning as we go along. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning, guys. Is it morning in your area? Where you guys are watching at? What time is it in your area? And I just realized, oh my gosh, I didn't prepare about this paradox. 4:50 p.m. What country are you from? 8:20. Right now it's 10:50 in my area. Thank you so much. Hello from New York. I was really happy with the live stream, last live stream, guys. With what Krish has been saying. It was a really fun chat. I hope Joe will join us tonight as well. He really he really made our live stream really fun, right? Thank you so much, Krish, for hanging out with me. Hands off rain. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Now I have a we received our very first question. The question was, what's our honest opinion? Um, hmm. How about you guys? Do you have any opinion about what was that? Iconic by mistake. Hmm. Do you have any opinion about it, guys? Before I'd probably give mine. And make sure you grab a cup of coffee because this is a coffee chat. So we need to make this a little bit relaxing or really a little bit light. Oh my god. It has been raining in my area for the past 2 hours. I thought our power will be affected because it's really, really strong. The like really the thunder, the lightning, it's really, really stressful. My dogs are stressed at this point. So, really, honestly, somebody said here since last year, whatever, ILLIT and SSERAFIM getting cat's eye fied for no reason at all because Gnarly became a hit. In my opinion, Iconic by Mistake is actually good, and I think the hate towards Cat's Eye it's kind of forced. Like in general, guys, don't you think all hate kind of forced at this point? Don't you think? Yeah, I have to agree with you, Rain. Like your name. Hey, Shabby. Thanks for hanging out with us. How are you? What are you guys doing this weekend? You're watching the World of Witches, our topic for today, right? That's the topic for today. Today's topic, because last two live streams we didn't have an exact topic, so I tried last live stream to talk about a video that my our team is working on, which is a recent breakup. Oh my gosh, I forgot their names already. Give me one sec. But yeah, like we didn't have an exact flow, and I said like probably having a topic would be nice, right? Oh my god, Shabby, thank you so much. I didn't take a bath. Maybe that's why. But yeah, let's just answer the question a while ago about personally my opinion about iconic by mistake. To me, like the reaction in general is really interesting because some say they like it, some just like some of the comments in here, like the hate was so forced, they don't understand hype at this point. But to me, like it's a really like three major girl groups, right? In one big event. I'm sure the visuals is going to be good, and you know, it's really it gives more substance than your average track, hype tracks, as they call it. So it's probably, to me, worth a watch. How about you guys? It's very interesting because to me, yeah, like I haven't been really into K-pop for quite some time. I've been really busy, as you can see from my background is really messy. There's a lot of things going on. Yeah, we're trying to find more about Megan and Daniela's beef. But yeah, we're trying to dig more of that, see what we can find, and probably we can make a big video out of it. But yeah, just to let you know, guys, a video is coming up tomorrow about the reason, like about the story of Soo Young and Kyung Ho breakup. So make sure to stay tuned. It's gonna go up 11 p.m. Eastern. So make sure to set your alarms, click the notification bell, so that you'll be the first to watch. Right? All right. So let's talk about the topic. It's World Cup. Of opening ceremony. Okay. So basically, how about you? Let me ask you first, guys. What do you think of the opening ceremony? What do we think? Oh, Franco, here. You should chat your friend Joe, the owner of Kookielit. Oh my gosh, you're not late. We're just getting started. Um, yeah, Shabby with Rami. I think she really needs to recuperate first. Yeah, but to me, it's really iconic. Let's just go back. Okay, let's go back to World Cup. To me, the opening ceremony is really iconic because Lisa was the first member of a K-pop girl group to perform at World Cup, which is a really really huge milestone. right? Jungkook, right, did it in 2022 in Qatar as a soloist. So it's really, as a it really stepped up, right? How K-pop is positioned at this, events. And honestly, guys, World Cup is not really like a huge thing in my country, so I haven't really been into it. But because there's K-pop going on wherever K-pop is, we're trying to find it, right? Yes, we're gonna go to EJ. Is that how you pronounce her name? I tend to butcher a lot of names lately, so I'm so sorry. It's me. And but yeah, but basically the most interesting is, EJ. She's not a traditional K-pop idol, right? Because she came up as a songwriter for Red Velvet, aespa twice, right? And then she had a very how would we say how do we say that she really hammered her nail in the industry when K-pop Demon Hunters came in. So her singing the official anthem with Bocelli, and writing the Korean lyrics herself is really a very really culturally significant moment. So, you know, to me, what EJ did is more iconic than Lisa because Lisa is already known internationally, so it's just a matter of time, right? That Lisa will be given opportunities to perform in this kind of, um, you know, what do you call this? In this kind of events. But for EJ, it's really, 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 really a a huge deal, right? Jungkook performed at the World Cup. Now the full group did. So now Lisa performed. So would Blackpink perform too in the future? Well, that's what we're hoping, right? Like I mean, K-pop right now, especially the ones that are already renowned internationally, are given a lot of opportunities to perform in such events, right? So yeah. Oh, I didn't see the description. This live is for specific topic. No, Krish. I mean, yeah, I just tried something new to have like a core topic for this live stream. But whatever flows in this live stream, we tend to do it. You can ask Franco. No, vouch me on this, guys. If you've been watching, if you guys watched last few days ago, it's really just it's just a really open conversation. We just wanted to try something new with the team, you know. Yeah, so feel free to ask anything and everything. But yeah, the core topic is really like, World Cup. Yeah, and what happened? What do you guys think? You know, because there are some spicy things that I'm watching online. You know, it's really weird because even though we all know, right? I know you guys would agree with me that Lisa is very, very, um, you know, talented, and she's really good in performing. But there's still, criticism that happens. So I read from one article saying that her song is embarrassing or like her performance is embarrassing. And I just wanted to pick your brains. Why do you think, right? Is it that embarrassing? Because I don't think so. Like, I mean, you know, but yeah, I kind of like agree with you. She didn't express her nationality or anything in Thai. So that would probably make sense because the Twitter what do you call this? The tweets that I've been seeing on X have been really interesting. It's a very mixed reaction. So I just wanted to talk about it. You know, who do I think will win the World Cup? Well, it's hard to say. Just like I said, I'm not like in general the World Cup. It's not really like big in my country, right? But how about you guys? Who do you think will win World Cup? Mm, it's gonna be kind of controversial. Let me maybe what do you think about people boycotting YG for introducing a 13-year-old girl for a debut line? This has been a story that we're trying to dig in more as to why that's happening, or I mean, what could probably be the reason behind it, right? And it's kind of interesting. Yes, I mean, it's the I mean, compared in the past, right? Now, like people who wanted to be in the industry have been, getting younger. But talking about the 13-year-old trainee, that YG, let me just reframe my thoughts again. So basically, YG, right, released a clip of 13-year-old trainee named Casey as the third member of an upcoming four-girl group next called Next Monster. She was revealed around April 30th, following two other members on the internet. She on her profile, it was said that she was born July 7th, 2018, under and being trained by under YG for about a year and a half. So that's where I think the controversial comments like "stop debuting children," while others question the whole Korean idol training system. But I mean, in general, the training system of becoming an idol has been very, very interesting. You can go and check our old videos wherein we kind of let me just find one wherein some idols are you know um some idols somehow, I don't want to put words into other people's mouth, but kind of talking about their training days, how hard it is, how stressful that was. So you guys can check out a lot of our videos that kind of uncover some of those parts. But yeah, in general, right? I mean, there's a really um, it's really hard to see 13-year-olds on a debut line. She's like the 13-year-old is not yet fully settled. Like she's not even an adult yet. Like she's just starting her teen years, right? That is just my opinion, right? But then again, maybe there's like reasons behind it. But yeah, it always has been um, controversial, right? Let me. I won't be in shock if um, girl group gonna be 10 years old at this point. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised too because it has been crazy. It has been crazy. People or kids or in general, who wanted to go into the industry keeps on getting younger and younger, right? But talking about Mocha, is that how you pronounce her name? Where was the comment? Let me see. Yeah, so the comment was, why Mocha not an iconic by mistake, but she did the dance on TikTok? Well, basically, I want to be honest with you because I don't want to like spread something that I'm not sure about. But all that I know, and from what I've heard, Mocha from ILLIT have been, and I've seen clips of her dancing to different songs. But about her being left out of iconic, I'm not 100% sure about the details of that. But yeah, I mean, this is one of the stories that we are looking into it, like why because we're also seeing some story I mean comments about this, right? So yeah, let me just take note of that. But yeah, right, so I just wanted to be confirmed. But yeah, will if I will not I mean, I'll answer this probably in the next live stream, or we'll probably make a video once we know more. How does that sound, guys? Right? So just make sure to keep subscribing, liking this video, sharing it with your friends. You know, Kookielit has been, um, we're trying to give you better contents as you go along. And yes, I'm in the Philippines. So there was one question here. What's YG's five member group? Um, so I'm running out of breath. I'm not sure why. So YG announced their new boy group that is coming in September of 2016. It's going to be five members. This is actually a huge deal probably for YG because it has been 6 years since they had their, you know, released. Don't quote me on this, but yeah. The last one that they launched, I think, was Treasure back in 2020. So the name, we don't have so much information about that yet. Um, but Yang, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Yang Hyun Suk confirmed that September timing and the five-member group count will happen, but the name, their official group name, is not yet um, revealed. So yeah, those are, if you can see some names floating around, that's just probably a speculation. So yeah, and again, next monster is a girl group. I mean, yeah. How come you use a different voice than normal one? Well, I get that comments a lot recently um, from my past stream because I know this is the first time that Kookielit had something like this. We're just really trying, to do some live streams, um, and we really see a lot of um, good, positive, responses. And I really love talking to you guys, kind of like picking your brains more to know what kind of videos you would like us to produce, to upload next, right? So yeah, we're using a different voice usually on the video. As much as they would like to use my voice, I do not have the bandwidth to kind of like sit down and kind of um, you know do the voiceovers for them. But hopefully soon, right? How are you there in the Philippines? Is the situation good enough to be recovered? If you're talking about the recent earthquake, I have team members who were directly affected by it. I was blessed that I was located in the northern part of the country, so me and my family are not affected by it. But of course, all of our hearts and thoughts and prayers goes out for them. As far as what the news says, some of them already went back home. They're kind of like cleared out to say like you can go back home and try to, fix whatever was broken, clean up their houses and stuff like that. But some areas still doesn't have any electricity, water, or something like that. But yeah, thank you so much for checking up on the Philippines. It's really a huge help. Yeah, I agree with Joe. If there's talent there, then there's no problem. That Unions did a really good job. Yeah, definitely. Oh, Joe, you're here. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome back, Joe Black 3623. You guys really, really stayed. I'm so happy to see familiar faces. I really, really am so happy. And you should hang out with me next, okay? I'm not sure when will I go live again. I'm thinking of doing this every weekend. What do you guys think? Joe, come on. This live stream is recorded. Remember last time you said you're the owner of Kookielit? Okay, let's talk about K-pop queen Boa debuted at the young age of 13. Yes, that's right. Um, I mean, that was Joe's comment, but yeah, that's a really good point, and I just wanted to acknowledge his comment. Yeah, he's actually right. Queen Boa debuted at the age of 13 in 2000. So she's one of the people who really like made K-pop international, huge in Japan, everything, right? But there's so that's why I'm saying like there's no actual problem as long as that person who would like to go to the industry has a really first good support system, like she really knows what she's putting herself into, right? But again, it's really not the number itself, right? um but it's not really about the number, it's about a lot of things or few things around with it, right? Remember, Boa at 13 is not dealing with this kind of 24 media social media scrutiny and adult commentary at 13 years old, that a 13-year-old will get today, right? Like, I mean, compared in the past, right? Like, and I always hear it from the past celebrities, like social media now is really harsh compared before when they're starting out, say 20, 30 years ago, right? Wherein if you did something bad, most likely people will forget about it. But now that internet has been developing and a lot of people are getting more engaged on social media, once you did something wrong or people didn't like your performance, right? Like it's gonna solidify everywhere on the internet. So that is what a lot of people are, I think, are more concerned, right, about. So yeah, right. Joe said he didn't hear any of me. Please be safe. I hope people, I hope the world cares about the Philippines and United States with Philippines to protect it geographically. Yeah, I agree with you, Krish. Thank you so much. So this question is, Clasher Tim asked, do we think or do I think that the New Jeans lawsuit will end next month? Oh my god, to me personally, I just want them to be done over it so everyone can move on with their lives, right? I mean, I think I covered this also in my live stream last time, last Wednesday. Joe, you're right. New Jeans lawsuit is the longest K drama of all time. Yeah, like to me, we've been following that story since the day one. Like, I just wanted it to be over with. From what I read and what I understood, New Jeans just wants to do things their way, but their company, is that what you call it? Company production, their agency just don't want to let them go or something. But to me, oh my god, let's just move on. Let's finish it. But um of course, just to answer it, I'm not just gonna sit here and just say, oh yeah, it's gonna be done next month, right? But I mean, what I can tell based on what we have read so far, right? The core timelines are slow and the shift is really constant. So, where it actually stands right now, the rulings have gone in ADOR's favor, honestly. The contracts were upheld, that they should that NewJeans run up to 2019. The members can't do any of their own activities without their approval. So basically, it's actively moving. So, um, you know, so it's weird. It's really weird. I just wanted to get this done and over it. So let's just move on and our girls can have, their own life. But then again, there's a lot of, things that they need to untangle, really big lawsuits that they have to finish first. So we can just only hope, right? I'm scared to talk about Eugene's lawsuit. I don't know from which side who is gonna sue me. Honestly, yes. You know what? When before we started live stream and before they said, "Hey Mona, you're gonna be the host of Kookielit," I already have an assumption that this topic will always be, going on. Will be bring up in live streams, in the videos, and I'm really scared for my dear life. Honestly, you can ask, the people that I was hanging out from last week's live stream saying that I'm really, really scared of being bashed. I don't want any K-pop member or K-pop members or any K-pop fans who like go and lash out on me, you know. So I'm also scared. So I hope you're gonna be nice. But yeah, I just wanted that's just my personal opinion, right? Like I just wanted to be done. I just want to hear New Jeans because they are very talented girls, right? And I just wanted it to be done, and let's move on, right? We just want to hear good music at this point, right? Plus, it's really long. It has been so long. So come on, let's wrap it up. Let's move on. So, let me just drink a cup of coffee. Are you guys having some coffee too? You should because this is a coffee chat, right? Now, I read a comment here from Lawrence saying thoughts on aespa comeback. This is a big one. So they just dropped their second full-length album Lemonade on May 29th, 10 tracks, so that's really big. And I think this is their first full album in about 2 years since Armageddon in 2024, right? So it's a real event, not a quick single. So that's really a huge hit. But from what we've watched, or I mean, what we've read, aespa is going on their seventh consecutive month selling album, seven in a row. So that's a benchmark. You know, and yeah, so concept wise, they kind of like lean right back to the whole world building thing, the lemon, the metallic meets sour vibe. Karina even described it as adding a sour taste to their usual metallic sound. And they even had G Dragon to on a pre-release single WDA, which is a pretty stacked collab. So currently, I don't. They're really on their flex era. The consistency is kind of unmatched right now in the girl group space. And if they land that 7 million seller, that's a genuine record. And it's honestly hard to beat, right? So, yeah, it's really fun. Guys, hot take. I did not like ILLIT SSERAFIM KATSEYE song they did together because it sounded so corny and it sounded like they just made a song to call out haters. Do you guys agree with this? Hot take. They didn't like the new song. See? No, I don't think they're fighting about new jeans. Joe, stop tripping on them. They might be, they might be, they might be mad. But I mean, in general, right? It's subjective. Some people would like it, some people will not, and I think that's just, I think we can all agree, right? Like for me, some of my friends like this specific K-pop group, and I said why? It doesn't make sense, but it's really subjective, right? It really depends on each person, right? So it's really a case to case basis, I would say. But do you agree with me? Let's just make this TikTok very. I would TikTok because I'm on TikTok right now. But I mean, let's just make this live stream as chill as possible. Yeah, it really depends. So ask me some question, or do you want me to go back to World Cup? Let me know because I have good things. I read somewhere about Lisa's. I read on this comment on this chat saying about her Lisa's nose. I don't want to talk about it, but I read it somewhere as well, so it's kind of funny. Like, I mean, in general, to me, I really wanted to watch a lot of collab. Right? It's not just ILLIT, Baby Monster, whoever you guys like, but for me, it's really it's just a breath of fresh air to see different K-pop groups, K-pop idols collab. It really kind of unifies everyone, right? I would say. And do you guys agree that we need a collab with different groups from different labels? It has been a dream of mine, honestly. Exactly, right? That's the pick humanity right there. Like from different labels. Oh my gosh. And that's also my question too, right? Because real talk, this doesn't really happen in general because ILLIT is Hype, Baby Monster is YG, and these big companies are super protective of their artists and their idols, right? So two rebel labels are sharing on stage, splitting rights, agree on anything, everything. So that's probably a nightmare behind the scenes. So maybe that's also one reason why collabs like what we're dreaming of don't actually happen, right? But that is going to be, oh my god, that's going to be a really, really cool thing to watch, right? About Rami of Baby Monster, do not forget um we just wait, just gonna show you something. So make sure you're not forgetting about it. We just have a video about Rami on hiatus. Okay, so make sure you guys watch it. But to me, as a you know, my honest opinion, how do I feel about it? Um, she's a real vocalist, right? And she's known as one of the strongest voices in Baby Monster. So ability, her, based on her talent, big fan. Nothing to say much about it, but she's been on hiatus since around May 2025 for health reasons. So that's what their label said, YG. So, and since then, it has been pretty quiet. So, yeah, I mean, I think if it's really a health issue, she's gonna be more. She really needs to take a lot of time to breathe, to kind of like relax, recuperate. So I hope she's gonna come back, right? I really miss hearing her voice, but nothing has been confirmed yet, right? So let's just wait, take all the time that she needs, and we'd love to see her back on stage when she's ready, right? Thank you so much, Feeling Right. Oh my God. I got two comments today in this live stream saying I'm beautiful. So next live stream I'm not gonna take it back as well. Right. Oh, really feeling right? Yes, we will keep uploading long 1 hour videos. The purpose of it is just, because to me personally, I love watching long form videos in the sense that it's just playing on the background, just kind of listening, not listening to it. So we're gonna do more of that. So if you guys any have topics you like to watch, or I mean you wanted us to cover, let us know on the comments. I'm trying to stay active on the community section so that I can hear your thoughts, so we can produce videos that you actually want to watch, right? So here's a golden question, honestly, right? Thank you so much, Vino. Letha, I'm not the owner of Kookielit. I'm just the host of Coffee Chat by Kookielit. I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah, but this just started, I think, last Wednesday when we had like a real call for this live stream, a coffee chat. So this coffee chat is just, just talking to people who loves K-pop as well, who loves to just share their thoughts. Joe is the owner of Kookielit, just like what he said. Okay, so make sure. Yeah. So, anyways, I read a I read a comment from Paradox saying, "Is Manon still on hiatus or is she just gone?" Okay, let me just, take a cup of coffee. My God. Okay. So, I want to be precise here because there's a difference between what's confirmed, and what are fans speculating, right? So right now, what's official is Manon is still on hiatus. That's it, right? She announced it around February to focus on her health and well-being, and recently, Sophia from the group confirmed that she's still on hiatus and they're still supporting her, right? So there's still no like actual statements from her, from Hybe, or from Geffen saying that she left already. So she's not officially gone. So, you know, that's just what we're getting. But I know why the fans are spiraling, and I'll have to be fair about that side too, because there are things that made people nervous. Why was she not in the Pinky Up video? She's not a part of the Wild app promo. She's been promoting as 5-member group, and at one point Manon was removed KATSEYE from her Instagram bio. So a lot of fans are really concerned about it. Some of them connected the dots and started assuming the worst, right? So that's the speculation. Oh my God, why am I running out of breath? It's not even an hour long yet, right? But I mean, there's still no confirmation. But of course, just like what Lisa said, I miss Manon. She's coming back. This whole hiatus things is just messy. Yeah, we just hope, that she's gonna be back. Because just like any other girl group that went on hiatus, if I mean, we just hope for the best. If it's a mental health issue or like a really like physical health issue, we just hope for the best. Give them all the time that they need, and once they're ready, the stage and the fans will always be waiting for them, right? um the threats, okay. Yeah, can you make a video about ILLIT situation, the threats? Of course. That is some things that our team is already like working on. So make sure to subscribe to our channel so that once the video is up, it's gonna be there, right? You guys will be the first one to watch. But coming in tomorrow, our video is going to be the real reason why Soo Young and Kyung Ho broke up. You know, some parts of it was confirmed. So make sure to watch it. It's gonna go up 11 a.m. Eastern, and yeah, okay. So just make sure. Um, Let me see what the chats are showing. Yes, make sure feeling right. Okay. Okay, and mix as a group, my thoughts are thoughts. Okay, so I really respect this group and they're kind of underrated in the conversation. So basically, they're in JYP, right? Six members, and the thing they're known for is being ridiculously technically skilled. That's a huge word, right? But I mean, I really like the vocals, the difficulty of what they do. It's literally no joke, right? But yeah, their whole signature of is this thing fans called mix pop. Is that what you call it? So yeah, I mean, it's basically the songs that switch genres and tempos mid song, sometimes multiple times. So tracks like O Dice and Love Me Like This, the structure is all over the place on purpose. Keys change, beat switches that works, and honestly, that's the most divisive thing about them. So some people think it's genius. Some of them really some people find it chaotic or hard to listen at first, but then to me it's really impressive, because it does. Even this song, or even when a song doesn't immediately click, you cannot deny that they can actually sing it live, right? So yeah, I mean, nmix is a musician group. That's one thing I would say. So if you care about vocal ability, ambitious production, they're really one of the most interesting acts of their generation. They might not be the casual mainstream that we used to listen, but their talent is genuinely top tier, right? Thank you so much. Feeling right. Paradox, top it. Just like what we say, right, a while ago when we're talking about new jeans, right? So, um, music in general is subjective, right? Some people like a certain music, some people doesn't like it. Let's just say screamo type of music, right? Some people think it's a noise, but a lot of, some people really like it as well, right? So I mean, it's really the same thing, right? Just like in any other music, um it's really subjective. Okay, so let me just reread the comments. Okay, all right. So somebody said opinion about Mocha from ILLIT. Vino D Joseph. Okay. So basically, as an artist, to me, that's you're asking about my opinion. So please do not bash me if I will say, things that you might not like to hear. Okay. So you're asking for my opinion. Just wanted to put a disclaimer. Please be nice. Okay. So I really like her a lot, right? So um she's one of the standout performers of ILLIT, really strong presence, and fans are really attached to her, right? But what has been going on with her this past few years is her health situation, right? Remember back in April, BLIF, her label, announced that she was stepping back from activities for health reason on her doctor's advice. So they didn't share what it was specifically, and that's their call to keep it private, right? She was out for about 5 6 weeks, right? So the good thing is she came back at the end of May, but I think this is the most important careful part. When she came back, um, and what the label called a manageable scope, it's meaning it's supposed to be gradual, monitored, returned, not back to full schedule overnight. Like she actually sat out the Weavers Con on June 6th because she hasn't been able to rehearse. So her health is clearly still the priority, and the label's still taking it schedule by schedule. So I really, really love her as a performer, and I'm really glad she's back on stage. But um, I genuinely respect that the label let her take the time that she needs, right, and try to like easing her back to be back on what she used to do before, right? Instead of like rushing her back to what's going on. So that's just me. That's just my opinion, right? So that's it. Okay. So somebody asked Franco. There we go. Knock knock. Excuse me. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior Stacy? Okay. So, all right. So, Stacy stands are devoted, and honestly, the group earned it, right? No, nothing more to say about it, right? 6 members, under High Up Entertainment, and their whole thing is that teen fresh, bright pop sound, ASAP, Run to You, Teddy Bear, Bubble. They've got such a consistent run of genuinely catchy, feel good title tracks, like a discography, is bright, right? So their vocals are no joke. Sorry if I'm gonna butcher their names. So please don't bash me, okay? So that's why we created, you know, a voiceover that can speak Korean words better. So yeah, anyways, so their vocals are no joke, right? Siyun, Sumin, the whole line, they actually can deliver it live, right? So that's that's top notch. So people sometimes sleep on Stacy in the big four gen groups conversation, but the group quality has been crazy consistent. And with Swift, that's the fandom, right? Will absolutely fight you on it respectfully. So yes, right. So I will gladly accept the Stacy pamphlet, considering me converted. Who's everyone Stacy bias though? Let me know. Okay. Love it if you make a video about K-pop. Okay, Peekaboo, okay. I love it if you'd make a video about K-pop, Western collabs that flop. Okay, I'll send it on my team's way, and I'll definitely let you know what's up, what's gonna happen on the next week of Kookielit, you know. So yeah, some questions. My opinion about iconic by mistake. Okay, so we actually covered this a while ago, right? But just to give not that you need this, guys. You guys really love K-pop, but I mean, it's this song just a collab single just recently came out around June 12th. So it's a three girl. What am I trying to say? It's a three group hype team up, SSERAFIM, ILLIT, and KATSEYE all together in one song. So the concept of that song is that it's an ode to their haters, right? Like the whole entire message is like, thank you for the hate. You made us iconic by mistake. And it's really, really interesting, right? They're taking all the online criticism of these three groups and have into gotten everything and flip it into a flex, right? So honestly, for this three group, that's a catch a lot of internet hate, which is smart and kind of an iconic move itself, right? So I really love the idea of it, A cross group collab like this is really rare, and it's basically Hybe is going to, you know, to kind of like, you tried to tear our girls down, here we are together winning. I think that's the message that I'm kind of like getting. Turning hate into confidence, it's really a good one. But yeah, um yeah, that's just my thing. That's just my opinion about it. Let me reread the chat. I think Shade being on hiatus is the funniest one. She said her neck hurts. Sure, we can talk about we can make a long video about ITZY. But what specific topic you wanted us to focus on, so I can make note of it. Let me know. Feeling right? The downfall of her? Of course. What happened, right? Right? What happened to her? Yep. Thank you so much, Kid Cloud Kicker. I enjoy watching your videos about K-pop. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful. You know, just like always say that, when I was just starting this live stream a couple of days ago, I was really, really nervous about how the public is um, going to take it. I know, and I'm really much aware that, Kookielit is not a most loved K-pop channel, especially in 2022, I think 23. So that is something that we really wanted to kind of rectify, that we're not bad people. Right. Thank you so much, feeling right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kit. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah, so again, talking about World Cup, um, I'm just really curious about what do you guys think, because I've read somewhere that BTS and Lisa, you know, I mean, their lineup is not really like, their announcement had a major backlash on them, right? So, do you have any thoughts about World Cup in general? EJ, Lisa, you mentioned you're not into. Okay, so Paradox said you mentioned you're not into K-pop anymore as much as before. Was it because the music was changing, or you just didn't like it anymore? No. Um, so Paradox, what just happened? The whole point why I'm not into K-pop any, like, in terms of what's going on, um, with the news, with backlashes, with fights, fandoms and such. I still love listening to their music. Somebody asked too, what's my favorite music? I really love listening to 17. Um, and of course, second generation is my most favorite one, and third generation K-pop groups. Um, but yeah, I got married, I gave birth, so that's why I'm not so much like a hardcore K-pop fanatic anymore. Compared in the past, wherein if somebody said about this, I kind of have so much to say. So I'm just trying to get back on my groove again, and that's the whole point why I'm trying um, to host this live stream, so I can kind of like go back and pick up the things that I've missed. right? Like last week, I shared with the viewers that I'm in the process of moving, so that's the whole point why the background is my background is not really like the best at the moment. um so yeah, and back to school is coming up, so I mean, there's so many things that's happening behind the scenes of my life, right? Thank you so much. Joe is really the brain behind of this channel, guys. And thank you so much for liking the contents of Kookielit. We really try our best to give you, you know, um, the news, and uncover, things related to K-pop, right, and everything, right. So I'm just so happy. So, anyways, I'm currently in a K-pop article, and I'm reading about aespa's Winter and Jungkook, like their dating rumors, right? Would you say it's really like, why are we obsessed about? I mean, I get it, right? Like when you have an idol, you want to know a lot about their personal life. But to me, I just wanted to say it out loud, like Apa's Winter and Jungkook alleged dating. It's really, it's really, really, it's really weird. How do you get all the details for your videos? So just a quick background: we are a team, so there are researchers, there are script writers, so that's how we pull off, right? Love your channel, but please avoid controversial topics during group comebacks. Fans' attention shift from supporting comeback and fighting each other. Like, I mean, yeah, that's the whole point why we are creating this live stream. I hear you, K-pop, KP 2001. You know, um, that's the whole point why we said, okay, let's switch it, because I don't really like how we're sounding right now, and like we wanted to, obviously, K-pop fans fighting each other is kind of common since the day one, but I mean, we wanted Kookielit to be a safe place for everyone to kind of just watch whatever is going on, what is confirmed online, and what we can kind of like sum it up for you, so you would know um, what's going on, right? And I told them that let's try to steer away from controversy. Let's just try to make it light, happy, you know, so that we're not adding fuel to the fire of whatever is going on, right? But I mean, I genuinely get it whenever we kind of go back and just revisit some of the controversies that probably an idol have gone through. So I kind of hear why some fans would not like the videos that we kind of produced back in the day, right? So I hear you on that. That is why there is like no one watching you. Um, yeah, what do you mean by that? Yeah, I get you, KP 2001. That's why, if you would notice, we kind of, I don't want to say rebranding, but that's the first thing that pops in my mind. Um, we try to kind of like, before it's like a news channel, so whatever we give, we try to be the first one. Now it's not the same thing anymore, so that's why we are doing this live stream, just to make sure, you know, um, we're making. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. I love to watch your video. Watch you come live. Yeah, we're trying to grow. Thank you so much, KP 2001, and I really appreciate your comment as well. That's really one thing. Why I personally um did this. Just so because basically K-pop fans who truly loves a specific idol, I mean, it's no doubt that you're gonna, you know, fight back when somebody said, you know, a not nice things to your idols, right? It's common, but just like what we said, and I'm sorry if I'm snouting. I have a bad cold, but yeah, like to me, it's we really want Kookielit to be a more, you know, more like a K-pop channel wherein we're just uncovering and not causing more trouble, right? Is there a specific day and time for this live? Um, well, basically, we don't have a specific um title. I mean, schedule yet, but I'm feeling that weekends are good, just because a lot of you guys, I'm assuming, that are on your day off, you're not working, you're not studying, and we can just hang out in here for an hour or two where we can just talk about anything and everything about K-pop, right? And just I specifically titled this as a coffee chat just because I wanted this live stream to be light, to be fun, wherein we can just enjoy a cup of coffee. It seems like you're just talking to a friend, right? Hey, so yeah. Sorry, I kind of like, I've not been reading chat, so let me just go back a little bit more. Okay, so somebody commented, "What are your thoughts on Drake releasing 3 albums in one night, and have heard any songs?" Okay, well, basically that's a bit off. Um, so I'm coming this as a casual music fan. Okay, not the Drake expert. Okay, so yeah, this actually happened, and and the scale of it is kind of insane. So May 15th, Drake dropped 3 full albums at one night at midnight, named Iceman, how do you say it, Habibti, and Maid of Honor. 43 songs in total. So that's not an album, that's entire buffet. So the numbers were ridiculous. Iceman had 140 million streams in on day one, and he became the first artist to ever hold top three spots on the Billboard 200 at the same time. So it's a very historic flex. If I heard about it, I've just caught bits of it. Honestly, 43 tracks is really hard to get through. And even the reviews are kind of split, right? Some people loved it, some people felt it's kind of like too much. Some of it say that it's nostalgia heavy. So it's really a marathon. But K-pop, this is a K-pop home turf for me. So I'd rather hear what you guys think. So if you have heard, or if you have any thoughts on Drake releasing 3 albums in one night, go down. Comment down below. Do your team consist of some family members? No. Our team are located all over around the world. We have some in the Philippines, we have some in Europe, some in Canada. So yeah. So somebody asked, Dragonheart asked us about our opinion on overworking Baby Mon and Cat's Eye. So this is a real conversation, and I really want to take it seriously, but also carefully. So let me just take my time to kind of like express my thoughts, because you're asking about my opinion. So I just don't want to be Um, I don't have any inside information, nor does my team. So I just wanted to just, yeah, again, disclaimer, please be nice. It's just my opinion. I'm not causing, I don't want to say things that will hurt any other people, any company, any label. But yeah, um, but what I can say is it's hard to ignore the pattern, right? Just tonight we talked about health. Hiatuses, Manon from KATSEYE, Moka from ILLIT, Rami from BABYMONSTER, right? So I mean, what you can see, many idols are stepping back for health reasons in a very short span. Fans are right to ask questions, obviously, about the schedules, the tour, the comeback cycle, like entire of it. So that's really valid. So yeah. So we don't really know the specifics. Health stuff is really private. But then again, I would say K-pop, especially K-pop groups that are really, really, really big, internationally acclaimed, they have a very busy system. They have a very busy schedule, I would say. So it's really hard for them to first have a private life. Second, I think to rest, because as soon as they rest, they have another errand or they have another activity going on, right? So that's common, right? But then I just hope that their companies are always like putting their idols' health first, which I think they are. So yeah, yeah, that's just my opinion. So, but then again, it has been very intense. They have a very intense schedule. Yeah. So, do you prefer concerts or staying at home and watching it? Personally, watching at home. Watching at home. I really love staying at home. Um, I have a lot of friends who really goes to concerts, watching it live. They say it's really different, which I agree, especially if you're given a chance to watch their sound checks, because that's the time wherein you can, like, um, hang out with your idols, right? So I would say it's really it's really a huge thing. But to me, I really prefer staying home. Um, you know, but then again, um, concerts are kind of expensive at the moment. We actually have a video about what is that about scalpers and such. So make sure to watch it, guys. Okay. But then yeah, I really love to stay home. But if I have the energy, and personally, I'm introvert, right? So I just wanted to stay at home. Like huge crowds gives me so much anxiety, and that I need to recuperate the energy back again for like the next month or so, right? Oh my god, I really need to pee. Okay, let's talk about Chaewon. Chaewon, is that her name? Um, So basically, somebody comment, right? What's up with Chaewon? So this actually connects, right? About everything that we're talking about, right? So Chaewon is the leader of SSERAFIM. She's on health break right now. She got hospital treatments for her neck, and the doctors told her to rest, right? So that was announced around May, and the most recent update in early June is she's recovering, but they said she really needs more rest. So she sat out on Weaver's Con. There's no like firm return date yet. So she's been missing a chunk of Pure Flow comeback activities, which is rough, especially for fans. They cannot, like interact with their idol. But then again, especially with the group, because she's a leader of this big event, she's really missing out so much. So I know a lot of fans kind of connected her neck injury to the choreography. So probably, I think that's the headbang move in celebration, and people started speculating that's what it did, probably a whiplash or something. But then again, it's not yet confirmed, so do not caught me on that. Those are just speculations. So all that I can say is, just like before, right? Neck pain, hospital treatment, that has nothing to say. I'm just happy that, she's recovering properly instead of like pushing her back on the stage immediately, right? And honestly, yeah, I just hope she's gonna come back on the space, right? So yeah. So about somebody's asking who is your bias in Cherubi. So I want to be honest. I'm not gonna be a fake bias, or I'm not gonna make a fake bias or something. But yeah, um, I haven't heard about them specifically. So if you mean by Cherry Bullet or this newer group, I haven't gotten into yet. So drop the name. I'll heard about it, and then yeah, let me know. Oh, by the way, guys, I just wanted to ask your opinion. Is this slow mode? Because right now I set it to um 5 seconds. Is that enough? Because to me, I cannot keep up with some of your comments. So I just want to make sure you guys are not being delayed to chat. So yeah, okay. Because that's one of the things that we had a hard time, right, Frank and Joe? If you guys are still here, right? My go-to song, um, he's always is always Adjunice with 17. If I need to, if I need to what do you call this? If I need to clean, if I need to be hyped up, left and right, also by 17. Um, if I just really want to be sexy, Handlebars by Jennie. Those are my go-to songs right now. So, but if I really want a feel-good song, it's Darling by 17. Sorry, those are all 17. So okay, who asked this? Um, Uh, who asked this? I forgot. Dragonheart asked me like which idol had the worst Seisang moments in my opinion. So the Seisang stuff is real, and oh my gosh, it's really awful, right? And I really want to talk about it carefully because honestly, some of these stories are really disturbing. So if you really want to watch more about uh hold on. Where was I? Where was I? Okay, so if you really want to watch about Sasasang stories, we have a whole lot of it in our channel. So make sure you can just search here with a keyword, and then you would see. Oh my gosh, it's really disturbing. It's really, oh my gosh, it's. I mean, I don't know. I have no words, honestly. But yeah, it's really disturbing, and a lot of them cause trauma. into entertainment industries. So many idols have been dealt with horrifying sasang behavior. So we're talking about stalkings, break-ins, people tracking flights, invading, the idol's personal space, and sending creepy stuff, right? So groups like TVXQ, EXO, BTS, and a lot of biggest names have had some of the worst, because the bigger you are, right, the the extreme obsessed fans you'll get, which is awful. And I think the price that you have to pay when you became big. But instead of like asking like who's the most shocking, to me it's really like, it's not, to me honestly I really don't have any words. So like, to me, I just want to make a point like, sa- sasings, sasasang. I don't know how to even pronounce it. Like, but yeah, those people are not really like fans, right? Because to me, what the fan is like, you just really support them. Whatever they do, you just genuinely love hearing their music. Of course, it's common that you're gonna be interested to, what's going on behind the scenes. But I mean, to go overboard to do stalking, harassment, it's really like a safety issue that needs to be stopped. And that is the fact that it's kind of like normalized in the industry is really, really, really a problem, right? Joe, really, you have say songs? Oh no, you really need to have heavy guards at your home, boss, because as the owner of Kookielit, right, like you don't want to do to risk your life in danger, right? Someone is attacking ILLIT. Is that confirmed? Thank you, Dragonheart. Which one is your most favorite? We should do more of it. Somebody say someone is attacking ILLIT. I don't. I haven't heard about it, honestly. So I just want to slow down and be careful for this one, because this is a serious topic. And going back, that Kugalit is a really huge. Um, we have a lot of subscribers, so I don't want to kind of like sensationalize it. But from what we've read, some screenshots from a Telegram group have appeared contain threats against ILIT. People started calling on BLIFT and HYPE to step up security at fan signs and public events. Now, that is really the most important part, and I need to be honest about this. That is as far as I've seen. It's not yet confirmed whether those threats are genuine and credible, okay? Whether it's, just trolling, people that are just want to troll, and the companies honestly haven't put an official statement right when it was reported. But I kind of like, if if you just can read the specific scary details, um yeah, it's really scary, really concerning, disturbing. But then again, I'm not going to treat it as a confirmed attack incident, because that's how panic and misinformation spread, right? So that's the last thing anyone needs with what, you know with something like this. But then again, right, whether they're trolling or it's really, really like serious, right? The idol's safety is really exactly what the companies need to take dead seriously. And I hope, Be Lift and Hype are working with proper authorities on this, because that is where something like this belongs, with security, law enforcement, right? Not with us like having a coffee chat like this, right? Either way, yeah, I agree with you. Um, like that's it's really scary, and that's completely very valid. Yeah. Oh, Lauren, gotta go. Yeah, I do hope you have a good rest of your day, right? I just hope you enjoyed our coffee chat, and I'm gonna drop the next live stream. What do you guys think? Should we do um, more of this on a weekend, or should we do this one on a weekday and one on a weekend? I just want to hear from you guys. I just want to hear your thoughts, and especially Joe as the owner of Kookielit. We should do this every day. I hope we can do this every day too, Sir Joe. It's just that, you know, it's just that ah, your mama is tired. But yeah, I agree with you. We should do more of this. If we have the bandwidth, we should do this every day. I really love like staying online, just talking with you guys online, right? But yeah, it's really sad too, Dragon Heart, right? I think it's sad to devote your whole life like hating on a group. Like, I mean, how busy? I mean, how don't you have activities outside, outside your home, right? Uh, we've been live streaming for an hour and 26 minutes, guys. This goes to show that I really, really enjoy this so much. And thank you so much, guys, for like giving me suggestions as to what are the things that we're gonna cover. So make sure, guys, you comment, like, subscribe. You know, share these videos with all of your friends, and with all of your comments. It's really helping us to create better contents for you guys that you can watch and enjoy. You know, so yeah, about the performance, Paradox is asking, um, what? Oh, Joe, yes, you're welcome. It's a pleasure of mine to entertain you all. But yeah, okay. Paradox ask, what did you think of Jennie's golf ball performance? Okay, so that's a good note to get hype on. So Jennie's golf ball performance was really a moment. Oh, Franco. So basically, it. I think this was her first time at a governor's ball. She headlined, and people are kind of like really OMG'd on that part. Like Rolling Stone literally called it one of the best pop performance of their whole weekend. So basically, what Jenny did, she did a full genre spanning set, like Filter, Mantra, Damn It Right, Handlebars. Oh my god, I forgot Damn It Right. Somebody asked me about what's my go-to song if I really want to feel sexy, on that day. Damn Right and Handlebars are my effing go-to. Like, damn right. No, 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 no. I'm not gonna do it. Kookielit is gonna lose followers. But anyways, I just remembered it. Anyways, so basically, going back, she did a full genre spanning set, like Filter, Mantra, Damn Right, Handlebars, all the Ruby stuff, right? So the crowd was like singing every word, because basically it's a big hit, right? Like her songs are really big, right? So yeah, and which is awesome, iconic. But the big highlight of it all, um, is she debuted a brand new unreleased song live for the first time, right? Which fans only caught a tiny snippet of it before. So basically, she gave the golf ball crowd, right? An exclusive, which is a high power move. So after she posted, like my first golf ball went crazy. Thank you, New York. She was clearly buzzing off the energy too. So, my take: her solo era is just so consistent. Coachella last year, festivals all over the world this year. She keeps on showing up, delivering as a headliner, not just a K-pop act on lineup, but an actual main stage at a major US festival. That's a really big deal for any K-pop, right? Like K-pop, she kind of like helped K-pop K-pop's footprint globally. So she's kind of leading that charge, right? So I'm a big fan of this run she's on. Um, yeah, so basically, I really like what she's been going on, and I think I mentioned it um, last live stream that um, with Blackpink, Jennie is my bias, and I keep listening to her songs up at that moment, up until now. Okay, Chris, never heard of you. She's good now though. You should make a video about idols on hiatus and their reasons because there's a lot of idols on hiatus. Of course, yeah, right? Just like what you said, the boss said so. I will make them next time. See? Yeah, right? I mean, there's so many, I would say, just personal opinion, there's so many K-pop idols going solo, going on hiatus, which is if they're just wanted to go solo, I feel like it's common. Even in my country, it's common wherein some groups would kind of like take their solo activities and just pursue their own craft. So I'm not shocked on that part, but I mean the hiatus part, and mainly because of their health issues, right? I mean, that's kind of concerning for me. And kind of heartbreaking in general, because whenever somebody would take a break or like pursue a different path, go solo, exactly what I mean. A lot of fans are opinions are divided, right? Wherein like, for example, with Hisung, right? A lot of them are saying like the I forgot his group. I'm so sorry. I just have one cup of coffee. Usually when I have this live stream, I need three. But anyways, yeah, like it's not the same anymore, so it's really it's really weird. But then again, if you truly love their, if you really support, we just wanna like let them proceed with what they want, and as long as they're performing, right? Let's listen to the good music. And forever for anyone who will go solo or like pursue their own activities, I just can't wait to be to see what's in store for them, right? Yeah, so for somebody comment, do you think he sung left on his own? So I see all of the question marks. So I know you really want to get the secret story, but I mean, probably, right? But I mean, like if he really chose this, or was he pushed? So I cannot answer that, and I will pretend that I know everything. But what's actually confirmed is the official word from Belief that he left to pursue a career, just like what we're talking about a while ago, right? It was framed like it was his own decision, that he's even staying with the same label that's on the record version, right? So now I get that, fans do speculate that there's always more behind these things, because of course they do happens every time that there's a departure, right? But yeah, like what's happening in this private conversation, neither does anyone know, and neither does anyone know speculating online. So yeah, I just wanted to say like it's presented, probably, it's presented that it's his own choice, but beyond that, I'm not really sure. Oh my god, do not fight Joe. Joe is the owner of Kookielit, guys. Next monsters, we kind of covered this a while ago, right? But hmm, it's more about. Hold on, am I still here? Can you guys hear me? Because my internet is fluctuating. But anyways, a while ago we're talking about the 13-year-old, right, of Next Monsters. So now you're asking me about my opinion about them in general. I think that's what you mean, Next Monsters, right? So um, basically, um, what should I say? Right? Basically, what I know and what we've read so far is like they're a four-member group, and at one time they're revealing the girls one at a time through solo covers. So they use the same playbook that they used for Baby Monster. So far we've met Ivy, who's an Australian, Chanya, who's Thai, and Casey, the 13-year-old. The fourth member is not yet revealed, and they're not debuting until 2027. So my opinion, as a project, um, they have talent and potential. What I've seen, of course, YG knows how to build a group. The covers that they've done already um, shows real ability, and the international lineup is so cool. So as a concept, there's a promise there, but again, I'll be honest about my mixed feelings about the same thing that we talked about. A couple of these members are really young, so I'm not gonna sit here and overanalyze a 14-year-old and a 13-year-old performers because they're kids. That's not a very comfortable thing to watch, especially now in this environment where social media is, and a lot of people have a lot of things to say towards another person. So to me, they're kind of young to be exposed, but then again, right, it's a case to case basis. And we don't know the training that they have, that they are going through behind the scenes, right? So I'm very interested as to um, what they will do when they debut. And I just hope that their label YG gives the younger ones a time to actually, like enjoy the entire process, because the potential is there, right? I just care more about who's looking them after, and who knows if they're right, like really ready, right? But then again, too young. But if you would remember, we also talked about a while ago about Queen Boa, right? She started really young as well, but then the environment of the industry is far different before than now, right? So I just hope that the young girls are are really not just physically trained to perform live, but also um, they're also like trained mentally how to handle criticisms, and that they will not go to a different path that we don't, yeah, that we don't want to see, right? Hybe is trying to broaden the language with the Indians. They are trying with the collabs and song and stuff and concept. Yeah, so you're actually spot on, actually, Dragonheart. I love this comment because it's a real industry strategy, not just a vibe. And Hybe is actually going after India, which is and it is very deliberate, right? So basically, what's happening there is Hybe opened a new whole subsidiary called named Hybe India. Um, they have an office in Mumbai. That's their fifth international headquarters alongside Japan, US, Latin America, and China. So as a straight up, and they straight up said India's streaming market is second largest in the world, like 185 million users. So this is, I don't think this is a side project for them. It's like a major bet, right? So they, what they're doing is really smart. They ran this huge auditions across India and train local Indian talent. So the plan isn't just sell Korean groups to India, but it's more like building a K-pop system in India and create Indian idols using the K-pop training model, right? So the chairman Bang Si Hyuk called it multi-home, multi-genre strategy, which basically explore the method, not just the music, right? But I mean, the numbers are really insane, right? In K-pop, streaming in India grew like 362% in 5 years. So India has 1.4 billion people, super young average age in the fastest growing K-pop market, right? So from a pure business angle, ignoring India would be leaving money at the table. So my take, it's a genuinely smart long game. We've seen it work with KATSEYE, came out Hive's global audition model, and they're huge. So as a feature high group with Indian members that made it for that market, but actually global, I would not bet against it. You're watching K-pop actually go global in real time. So yeah, and I would agree that it's kind of bold, right? And it it's kind of revisiting my memory wherein it has been a controversial if cat's eye is K-pop or not, right? But then again, I would say they are, in the sense that they are under the a Korean label named Hybe. But then again, right? It's subjective to everyone, right? Hmm. They did auditions at Dragonheart. I'm from India. That's as long as I know about my society, they're very welcoming for everyone in the music industry, especially new gen. I would agree with you on that, especially also here in the Philippines. So yeah, I heard one question. What was the question of suffering 8820? Are the most K are the most of the K-pop idol only focus on dancing, not focus on their real vocal power, especially Lay Seraphine? Hmm, this is a really good conversation, and I'll give you my honest take, but I want to be fair. So the broad question is K-pop too focused on dance over vocals? So there's something to that, right? K-pop is a performance art form first and foremost. It's a mixture of choreography, visual, stage presence, the whole package. That's the kind of the entire point of it, right? So, yeah, sometimes vocal power takes a seat back to an incredible all-around performer who's dancing super hard while singing. So that's a real tension in the genre, and it's fair. It's a fair thing to notice, right? But there are plenty of insane vocalists too, like Arteons, Roses, and Mix, like we've talked about before. So it's not just the grooves, but the system does prioritize the total package, right? But with Lay Seraphim, sorry, I was reading, I saw Cat's Eye popped up. But yeah, going back to Lay Seraphim specifically, um, that is really their most sensitive spot, right? So they've been caught a lot of they had a lot of criticism about their vocal points, especially after Coachella. That's basically happened, and I'm not gonna pretend like it didn't, right? But then it's kind of unfair to act like they can't sing, because I know like their stamina level heavy choreography, singing live. That's effing brutal, right? Like a lot of groups are struggling with it and actually tying this whole thing ties to iconic by mistake that we just talked about in this live stream, that the song is literally them clapping back exactly to this kind of criticism, right? So they're aware of it and they're turning it to fuel. So my honest balance take, so I take dance over vocals, a critique as fair as general K-pop observation. But singling they Seraphim as an example of bad vocals, I think it's really harsh. It's not, right? So I'd rather appreciate that, you know, we just enjoy. We just enjoy, right? Somebody comment from Krish. Mona, did you guys ever got attacked or targeted by a fandom or a group of internet people that they tried to hack your channel or warned? I heard it happens. Um, hmm. How would I say that? Um, yeah, I mean, I would say we kind of. How would I answer this? I really want to answer it. It's just that um, I don't want to say so much, but I wanted to give you everything without saying much. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I mean, that's the whole point why we are steering our gears into just having a long conversation now, right? And I running this kind of channel, right? You kind of like get some, we just have to accept that it comes with this niche that we are trying to uncover, right? People or fans tend to be passionate about their favorites, right? So when you cover some of the messy stuff, right? I mean, it's kind of, it happens, it's part of the job. But then I'm not gonna sit down here and just say like specific fandoms or groups, because it's just gonna make things bigger, right? But then again, we just wanted to be careful, and we are steering into controversial side of things and not just feed into the drama. We just wanted to do it the right way. That's the whole point why I wanted to do this live stream instead of like releasing something right away without dealing with the facts, and as the topic, um as a specific drama or controversy um progress, right? Like it's it's more of like us uncovering those parts. So yeah, then again, thank you so much. And honestly, that's also why I'm really scared as to showing a face, not just my face, but a face inside Kookielit, because I know that Kookielit has been hated in the past, and that was prior me joining in, the team, and I just don't want to like say hey, and I'm gonna be backlashed by a lot of people. Like I don't know what happened back in the day, but anyways, it's part of the job, right? Thank you so much, Chris. Oh my god. So there are a lot of people saying that Jennie is overrated and giving their reactions like she doesn't have any awards and trying to roast them all. Don't do that. But then again, it's I mean, again, like how she performs is just like my take with other any music in the K-pop industry. Like it's really subjective. Some people like her, some people doesn't like her. But then again, when she say, she has no awards, right? Like Blackpink is one of the most awarded K-pop groups in the history. Jennie, Jennie's solo have a massive run. Ruby album headlining Coachella, headlining in the golf ball like we talked about this morning. So I mean a while ago. So there are awards that so awards the awards thing just don't really like make sense to me. But then again, it's really like subjective Overrated is kind of a lazy critique in general, right? Like, I mean, oh my god, did you hear that? Did you hear the thunder? Okay, but anyways, yeah, I mean, it's just in general, and I've heard a lot of like critiques from different people saying like she's lazy, she doesn't really like perform um that energetic compared to other Blackpink members. But I mean, it is what it is, right? Jennie is Jennie, like Lisa is Lisa, Rose is Rose, Jisoo is Jisoo, right? So I mean, right? It's really it's really it. Like she, but but with Jennie in general, like she solidified her career already. So what's more to say about it, right? I think so because when it comes to states like, let's say for perform. I'm scared now. They stop running yourself out talking about the hack situation. I will. Oh yeah, Krish Clouds. I'm gonna rewatch live tomorrow if possible. Yes, it's gonna be available. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I'm also gonna go. 10 minutes left, guys. I'm gonna go to sleep. It's already 1 a.m. in my country. So if you have any other comments that you like to um, hey, oh my gosh, Scalar, we're supposed to, we're supposed to stop. But yeah, let's hang out a bit for like 10 minutes. But usually, I'm living. Um, what they said in this live stream, we're gonna do it every weekend. So yeah, let's see, right? We're gonna see if I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna put a post on the community channel tonight and see if we're gonna do this like, you know, what do you call that, the schedule, when I'm gonna go live. Okay, yeah, but I usually do it on the weekend, 11 a.m. Eastern. Okay, so I kind of agree with the overrated part a little. Numbers don't lie, quality. She can do the numbers doesn't mean she is good quality music. I did like Dracula remix though. Yeah. Joey, you're still here. I thought you're gone. Who are your three K-pop groups right now, in your opinion? The ones that really popping. Oh my gosh, I haven't. Oh yes, Dragonheart. I'm gonna do more live streams. I really like spending time with you guys, so make sure to subscribe, click the notification, check out the community post of this channel so you guys can see when our next live is gonna be. Okay, so yeah. Okay, um, thank you. Yeah, that's the whole purpose of this live, right? Like to really engage with you guys more so I can, listen to what you guys wanted to say. If you have a topic or topic that you wanted us to cover, then yeah, feel free to do a request like this. We're supposed to talk about World Cup, but then again, this conversation is a coffee chat, so kind of steer to whatever happened, right? So yeah, it's a really chill live, relaxed vibe, just to for you to spend an hour or two with me every weekend, right? Just to talk about K-pop. What do we guys think about this? Have a honest, healthy conversation, right? So yeah. Yes, Joel, we're trying to bring the engagement back, right? Cheers to us, Joel. Cheers. Three groups. Oh my god. To me, of course, number one is 17. I really love 17. I'm so sorry about that. Like, they're really on my top spot. They're not gonna leave there. But yeah, second is gonna be KATSEYE, I would say. Because Sophia is there. Sophia is my bias. She's a Filipina. But then again, I really love her music as well. And the third one, gotta say, aespa or SSERAFIM at the moment. Yeah, Joe, I think they have 18 members, to be honest. You're the 18th member. They just haven't debuted you yet. Yeah, but then again, yeah, I would say those are my go-tos right now. I mean, but then number one spot gotta be 17. I would say top one's gonna be my top three. Gotta be 17 for top one. Second is gonna be Cat's Eye, just because I tend to listen to it more. My son loved Cat's Eye. And third is always like Twice, aespa, SSERAFIM. Those are the songs that my kids have been listening to all the time right now. So I think it's, yeah. But then again, those are mine, not the channels. Okay. Okay, so with Lisa Dragonheart, do you think Lisa deserved all the hate when there were other artists in the same song? It's a really fair question. Um, this is the probably what you're talking about is the World Cup song goals. So it's not just Lisa, but Anita and Rema, three artists. Is that what you mean? So if not, I'm so sorry. But then again, people felt the lyrics were kind of superficial, so they're not really capturing the whole world coming in together vibe a World Cup song is supposed to have, right? So yeah, but then again, Lisa did cup more than Hey than the others on the same song, and honestly, there's something more to that. I think it's worth being real about why, right? Like Lisa is one of the most famous on the planet, and she's a one of the biggest global K-pop. K-pop. What am I trying to say? K-pop's biggest soloist. So she's an easier target. So whatever she does will be tend to be criticized. So you know, at at some point it's not fair, but then it's just being probably it just comes to what her status right now, right? But then I wanted to stay balanced. Criticizing a song is a fair game, that's allowed. A song, mixed reviews, just like what we always say here, it's always subjective. But then again, if they didn't like a song and it's kind of like steering towards the hate towards an artist, wherein they go to really personal nasty attacks on her specific looks, like just like what I said, like I read something about her nose. Like, I mean, why, right? Like, it's really weird, and a lot of people have been doing that. But yeah, so I just don't get it as well. Like, I don't think she deserved it. um but then if we're talking about her performance, like, mm, still subjective. But yeah, I just hate when any other idols, even if I'm not following them or not listening to them that often, when um a an idol is being criticized for her looks or because of their background or what they did in the past, it kind of like, to me, why do we have to do that, right? Yeah, Lisa got the most hate because she's the only one people know. They've never heard of the other two she collabed with. Yeah, probably you're true about it, right? Just like what I said, the more famous you are, the more like the more easier for people to kind of like bash you, or like um you're like an easy target. That's what I'm trying to say, right? Plus, she's famous. There's so many things on the internet about her. People that she allegedly dated. What she did in the past, things that she did not do well in a performance, but kind of like go back to whatever she's been doing, regardless if it's good or if it's not, right? So yeah. Yeah, I kind of like feel that too. Like the song was good, just not FIFA vibe. But then again, I don't know so much about World Cup because World Cup is not a big thing in my country. But then I hear comments on that, and a lot of people have been saying about it, right? So one last question before I go. Paradox asked, "What do you think is next for BTS? They released as ARIRANG, what now?" Right. So this is fun, right? So basically a rerun. It's weird for me to say it, but anyways, it dropped back in March, right, which is their full group album in 4 years, since all seven finished their military service. So a lot of BTS fans are really like waiting for it to happen, so it's very emotional. The lead single "Swim" went straight ahead to number one worldwide, and they did that free reunion concert in Hwangdong Square in Seoul with like 100K people, right? And 18 million are watching on Netflix. So that's not literally like a comeback to me. It's an event, right? So what's gonna happen next is, I think, from what I've read, is the tour. So the Ariran tour is already happening. It started in Korea and it runs all the way through March 2027. So we're talking about 80 shows across 23 countries. All most of them are A lot of them are already sold out. Honestly, here in the Philippines, it became a trend wherein a lot of people are waiting for their queue for them to score a slot of um, what do you call this, of BTS Arirang tour. So it's really really big. So basically, right, BTS is going to be on the road reconnecting with all armies around the world, right? So my take, honestly, it's really, really good. It's clear to say probably that they're back together as seven. The reunion, the tour, all of them in one room again. And RM even said in the interviews, the whole point right now is just being back together. So I think the rest of 2026 is their group era. So if you're an army, soak that one up. And realistically, knowing BTS, the members will probably weave solo stuff back down in the line too. So yeah, it's all seven of them together on that world tour. And yeah, they actually earned it, right? So yeah, I'm really happy, guys. We stayed together for whole 2 hours. So again, do not forget about the new video that we're gonna publish live. Um, Sunday, tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern. Um, yeah, and then we're gonna do our regular um, chats on a weekend, live chats, coffee chats every 11 a.m. Eastern. So I'm gonna give you guys a full like schedule tomorrow later. No, depends. So make sure you to subscribe, like our videos. If you have any requests, make sure to comment them and share it with your friends if you liked it. And yeah, okay, I really enjoyed this live stream. Thank you guys for being so kind, and I'll see you guys on the next. All right. All right. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you will hang out with me next week. Okay. Thank you, guys. Take care, and enjoy your weekend. All right. Thank you. Take care, guys.